Hello everyone, welcome to the part 2 of JavaScript. In this session we are going to talk about some more concepts about JavaScript. So let us begin with our first concept, which is Console.log. So Console.log is you can call it as a function which is used to print anything. Let's say I want to print hello world, then I will write Console.log, and in the parenthesis I will write hello world, and what this will do is that I will print that message, whatever the thing I am writing in the parenthesis, I will print that in my console screen. And if you want to draw parallels between Java, since we have studied Java, so in Java, we write system.out.print to print a message or whatever the thing we want in our terminal, in our Java file. Similarly, to print anything in our console, we use console.log. So let me show you how this will work. So I will go back. Yeah. So here I will open our dashboard. In the dashboard here, this is the console window, right? So let me clear all these things. Okay, so I have cleared all the things here. Now what I'm gonna do is that first of all I will print generally without writing console.log. I will print, so here hello world, and I will enter. You can see that I got the output immediately, hello world. Now I will use console.log method. So here I will write not capital letters, so console.log, and I will write hello world. Ignore the warnings, whatever the Chrome is doing, so ignore it. Now here I will give semicolon. So to terminate, to end a particular statement in JavaScript, we use semicolon. It represents, it tells you, okay, this statement has terminated here. This is kind of a full stop. In sentences we write full stop, right? In English, when we are writing, we use full stop to describe, to tell, okay, this sentence has ended here. Similarly, we use semicolons to terminate a particular statement in our program. Okay, so here let me enter. You can see that I got the proper output hello world without any quotations, and you can see that the color of this thing is something purple, whereas this color, the console.log hello world output, is white color. And this is a proper way to print anything in our console window. Now here we are not gonna use, we don't generally write console.log within the console. From our Java file, JavaScript file, we create a JavaScript file, right? So from this file, if you want to print anything in the console, then you will write in this program, in this file, you will write console.log. So first of all, let us talk about how we can create our JavaScript file in our code editor, in our VS Code. Now what I'm gonna do is that I will open my VS Code. Now in the VS Code, I have opened this file, right? This is the folder I have opened, developer basics. Now in this I will create a file, let's say index.html. Now in the HTML document, I will import my boilerplate code, and let us say that the title of that article is testing with JS. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is that I will create a JavaScript file. So to create a JavaScript file, for example, let's say I'm creating a HTML file, then I will use an extension .html. Similarly, if I want to create a styling, which is CSS file, then I will use my style, whatever the file name, .css. Similarly, to create a JavaScript file, I will write my file name .js, and what this will do is that it will automatically create a JavaScript file in my code editor. So what I'm gonna do is that I will click on plus, and I will write, let's say that my file name is index. Okay, I will give index.js. So what this will do is that it will create a JavaScript file for me. Now the question is, how to connect this file with our HTML. So we already know how to connect a style tag. So to connect a CSS file, in the body, in the head, I will write link and I will connect my style file. Let's say my style or my CSS file is style.css. So by writing this line, by writing this single line, we can connect our HTML document with our CSS. Similarly, to connect our HTML document with our JavaScript, what we have to write here is, first of all, I will write script tag, and here I will give, here first of all I will write script tag, and in this I will give src is equals to /index.js. So what this will do is that it will connect my JavaScript with my HTML document. Like this, we can connect our JavaScript with our document. I have already shown you, like this we connect our HTML with our HTML with our JavaScript. Okay, now let us talk about a new concept, which is template literal. So template literal are used to print expressions in our JavaScript. So for example, let me show you here. Let's say that in my console window, first of all, okay, let me clear my console window, and I will write all the code, not in the console window. I will write all my code in this file, and I will run this file, and I will inspect. Okay, I will inspect, and I will show you how JavaScript is connecting with this document. Okay, so here I will write, let's say what we can write, Console.log. Let's say I'm writing hello world. This is my first JavaScript file. So I am printing this in my console window. I will give statement terminator. Now I will run this document. So I will run this document in my Microsoft Edge. So here when I run this document, you can see that I will get nothing, because in my HTML I didn't wrote anything. So I will click on inspect, and I will remove this from my window. Okay, I will remove this. Now you can see that in the console I got the output as, first of all, let me clear all this. Now refresh the document. So let me refresh this document and observe my console. You will observe the console is showing hello world. This is my first JS file. Like this we can print. So like this we can print anything we want in our console window. So this is our console window, and in the console window, using Console.log, from our JS file we can print anything we want in our console window. Okay, like this we link our document with our link our JavaScript with our HTML. Now in the file we can create a variable. Let's say let a is equals to 10. After that we have to give statement terminator, let b is equals to 20, and let me calculate the sum value. So let sum is equals to a plus b. Okay, now what I want is, I want to print the sum of these two numbers. So I will write Console.log. Let's say I am printing sum. Okay, now I will give semicolon and see the document again. So you can see that, let me refresh this. You can see that I am getting output hello world. This is my first JavaScript file, and I am printing the sum of the two value. Along with the sum, let me print the value of a and b as well. So Console.log. Here let's say I am printing a value, and after that I am printing Console.log b value is, and here I am printing my Console.log, I'm printing b value. Okay, now here I will print Console.log a value is, yeah, that's all. Now let me see my console window, let me see my output. So you can see that I got the output hello world. This is my first JavaScript file. After that a value is 10, b value is 20, and I'm getting, at last I'm getting the sum is 30. Okay, now the question is, okay, I know how to print, how to use Console.log, how to print messages in my console. Now how I can include my variables a and b within the quotations, right? So to include our variables, our expressions in our message, we use template literals. So how we can use template literals? I will write console.log, I will write whatever the message I want, and using dollar symbol and curly braces we can perform or print our expressions whatever we want. So here in the document what I will do is that here I will write the first value is, and here I will give my dollar symbol, and here in the curly braces I will give a value. After that I will give second value is, and my dollar symbol b value. Okay, got it. Now here I will print sum of the two numbers is, and I will use my dollar symbol, and I will write sum. Like this we can print our expressions in our JavaScript file. So let me see the file. You can see that I got the output. Okay, you can see that I didn't got the output because I need to use single quotations, and that quotation should be tilted, right? So in the file what I'm gonna do is that in the place of double quotations I will give single quotation, and this quotation is kind of tilted. You can see that this tilted quotation, I don't know what we call it, you can find it in just below of ESC button. You will find this, right? So in the place of double quotation we use this tilted quotation symbol. To print our expressions we use this template literals. Okay, we call this thing as template literal. So let me save the document again and go to my file. You can see that now I am getting the values. Hello world, this is my first JavaScript file. The first value is 10, the second value is 20. After that the sum of the two numbers is 30. Like this we can use template literals to print values in my console for a particular expression. Okay, and the thing you need to remember is that we need to use this quotations, right? Tilted quotation, not double quotations. Now the next thing we are gonna study in JavaScript is operations. In the first session I have told you that we are gonna study about operations in detail. So we have different types of operations in programming. We have arithmetic operations, unary operation, assignment operation, comparisons, and logical operations. Okay, now let us talk about them in detail. Okay, so first one is comparison operation. After that we will study how to compare numbers, all these kind of things. So first of all let us begin with our arithmetic, unary, and assignment operator. We have studied them in a little bit about them in first session. Now what we are gonna study, what we're gonna do is that we're gonna study them in detail. So let us begin with our first arithmetic operator. So what I'm gonna do is that I will remove all this. I will write let a is equals to 10. After that let b is equals to 10.51. After that let c is equals to minus 10. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is that I will perform different operations on this number, right? Arithmetic operations are nothing but, for a given set of numbers we are performing addition, subtraction, or multiplication, division, modulo, all this different operator on multiple expressions, multiple variables. We call it as arithmetic operation. So to make it simple I will remove this c, right? For two numbers let us apply our arithmetic operation. Okay, so here I will write let sum is equals to a plus b. This is addition arithmetic operation. Okay, now we can also calculate let sum is equals to, or difference is equals to a minus b. Okay, like this we can also print instead of using variables I will write console.log, and within the brackets I can also perform operations a cross b. Similarly I can add all the things using plus symbol. Okay, so we can add multiple expressions, text, messages in the console window by adding plus. This is very similar to Java. So in Java we can add a text, a message with a variable by adding plus. Similarly here also we can add plus to combine multiple things in a message. Okay, so here I will write a divided by b plus a modulo b, and plus here I can give a, what we can give, star star b. Okay, now here I will write in the long message I will write sum is quotations, and I will give again plus. After that difference is, okay, this is not difference, anyways I will give division is, okay. Similarly again quotations here, reminder, which is modulo, okay. After that I will write power, okay. Now like this we can also print here multiplication. Like this, in a single line we can print multiple things, and at the same time I can also print separately console.log. let's say I'm printing sum is, in the double quotations, sum is, and here I will write sum plus difference, right? So here difference is plus, let me give difference, okay. Now let me save this file and go to my document. Okay, this is my console window, and you can see that I got the output as sum is this, after difference is this, because I am using like a decimal value, so it is giving me accurately, it is giving me correctly. Okay, after this is multiplication, this is division and remainder, and finally I'm getting power. Like this we can print multiple things in our console window. I hope you have understood how we perform arithmetic and operations. Now similarly in the console window itself I can use unary operations. For example, let a is equals to 10. After that here click on enter. Here I am already using a in my file, right? So I will write let s is equals to 10. After that here I will write s plus plus. Now when I write s plus plus, now I will increment the value by 1. Okay, so let me see, you can see that it has incremented. Here I will write s value. Now you can see that first s plus plus printed the value, previous value, after that it has incremented. This is known as post increment. Now if I write plus plus yes, then I will get the output 12 first, after that I will print. I hope you have understood. I have told you the meaning of like post increment and pre increment in lecture 1. Okay, so this is about arithmetic and unary operations. Similarly we have assignment operator. Like for example, let's say I'm creating a variable str is equals to Batman. Okay, now this single is equals to is known as assignment operator. Okay, so here I will give quotations and I can print the value str Batman. Similarly I can also increment while assigning. After assigning I will increment the value. For example, let's say that I am creating a variable, let d is equals to plus is equals to a. Now let me see the output. Here you can see that syntax error, it is showing some. So let me give let d plus is equals to 1. First of all I need to initialize the value, so here I will declare the value first, after that I will initialize. So let d, after that I will give d is equals to 0. Now after that I will increment and reassign it by 1. So here I will give plus is equals to 1. Now you can see that my d value is 1. Like this we can assign and perform arithmetic operations and unary operation. Like this, these 3 operations will work. Now the next operation is comparison operation. So you need to remember that everything in JavaScript is understood in terms of true or false. Now if you want to compare any two numbers, let's say I'm writing let a is equals to 10 and let b is equals to 20. Now if I want to compare these two numbers, then I will use double is equals to. So here a is equals to b. If the two values is like same, then it will give me true, or else it will give me false. Like this we can like compare different values in our JavaScript. So let us try this comparison operation. In the console I will remove all this. Okay, now I will write let a is equals to 10. A is equals to 10. After that let b, we can write multiple things in a single line within the console. So b is equals to 10. After that I will give Console.log and I will give a is greater than b. If a is greater than b, then I will get the output as true. If it is false, then I will get the output as false. Okay, so let me see, it is showing a is already declared. Okay, let me use another variable. So let me clear the output. Okay, so in the console window I will write let's say what we can do, this variables already exist. So for now z is equals to 10. After that I will give let y is equals to 20. After that within the same line I can write multiple things. So I will write Console.log, and if z is greater than y, then this thing will give me true. If it is not greater than y, then it will give me false. So let me click on enter and you will see that z is not greater than y. That is why it is giving me false. Here I can also write Console.log if z is less than y. Okay, you can see that I will get the output true. Similarly, what we can do, z is equals to y, this also give me false. I can also use triple is equals to. In JavaScript there is a concept called as triple is equals to. What this will do is that it will compare the data type and the value in it. So here I can use z is equals to y. If these two values and data types are same, then and only my output would be true, or else the output would be false. Now you might ask, Jabir, what is the difference between z double is equals to y and z triple is equals to y? What is the difference between these two? So before that, let me show you. Z is equals to y. This thing is also giving me false, and this thing is also giving me false. What is the difference between triple is equals to and double is equals to? Let me show you. So let me clear the screen and I will write let var1 v1 variable 1 is equals to 10. After that, let variable 2 is equals to single quotation 10. Okay, now I have declared two variables. Variable 1 is equals to 10, variable 2 is equals to 10. Okay, but the difference is variable 1 belongs to which data type? Number data type. Variable 2 belongs to character data type. Okay, now if I give v1 is equals to v2, then what is the output? You can see that I am getting the output as true, but I know that variable 1 and variable 2 are literally two different data types, right? These two are literally belongs to different families. How they can be equal? So the thing you need to remember here is double equals to will only check the values in it, not the data type, and triple equals to will check the values and the data type. So if I give v1 triple is equals to v2, then I will get the output as false. I hope you have understood. Comparator operator. Now how we compare numbers we have seen, but how to compare non-numbers? So to compare non-numbers, you know what JavaScript will do is it will convert the characters into ASCII values, and those ASCII values will get compared. If those ASCII values are same, then we will get output as true. If they are different, then we will get output as false. Okay, so here what will happen is that this small a will have some ASCII value. Let's say I cannot remember the ASCII value right now, so let's say x1. The ASCII value of small a is x1. Similarly, this capital A will have another ASCII value. Let's say that value is x2. Now if x1 is greater than x2, then I will get the output as true, or else I will get the output as false. Like this, we can convert our characters, our things into our corresponding ASCII values in JavaScript. Okay, now let us talk about another interesting concept, which is conditional statements. So what are conditional statements? In programming, we have a concept called as conditional statements, and conditional statements are used to perform some task if that condition is satisfied, else we will do some other thing. This concept is known as conditional statements. Now what is the best example? The best example is age. Let's say there is a variable age and the age is 15. Now I need to check whether this particular variable is eligible for voting or not. Then what I can do is that I will create a condition. I will create some condition which is age is greater than or equals to 18. If this condition is true, then I will print yes, you are eligible for voting. If this condition is false, then I will write no, you are not eligible. You are not eligible. Like this, we can use multiple conditions, and in JavaScript we have mainly two conditional statements. First one is if-else conditional statement, and within that we have another concept called as nested. We will study after it. The second type is switch statement. These are the two conditional statements which we use to create various conditions in our JavaScript. Let us begin with our first condition, if condition. So to create a if condition in our file, in our document, in our JavaScript document, we will write if keyword. After it, in the parenthesis, we will give some condition. If that condition is true, then it will come into this block, or else the code will continue. Okay, now let us see this. So in my file I will remove all this. Now I will give int. Okay, sorry, my bad. My brain is going into Java. So let age is equals to 10. Now I am checking whether this user is eligible for voting or not. If he is eligible for voting, then I will print you are eligible for voting. So here I will write Console.log. This is a program to check voting eligibility. Okay, got it. Now there might be some spelling mistakes in my writing, ignore it. Now I will write if age is greater than or equals to 18, is greater than or equals to 18. If this is the case, then I will print Console.log you are eligible. Okay, I am printing this. Now let me save the document and see what output I will get. So let me save the document and go to my document. You can see that I am getting just the output. This is a program to check voting eligibility, and I am not getting you are eligible for program. Why? Because my age variable is less than 18, and this program will check, okay, age is 10, and if age is greater than 18, then and only it will go into the if block, or else it will not go. So here I will give, in the place of 10, I will give 20 now. Now let me save and go to the document. You can see that I am getting the output. This is a program to check eligibility, and you are eligible for voting. Like this, we use if statement. Similarly, we have okay, now let us do a sample question. In this question, we need to check based on the color. We need to tell user whether you have to stop or you can go from this signal. So here let me remove this. Okay, now I will create let color is equals to red. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is that I will write Console.log this is signal checking program. Signal checking program. Now what I'm gonna do is that I will create multiple if conditions. So I will create if color is equals to I'm using triple is equals to, okay, or you can also use double is equals to. Both are same. You know what is the difference between these two, right? So here I will give red. If it is red, then I will write console.log stop if my color is equals to orange, right? I will write here console.log ready to go. Okay, now here similarly I will copy the same thing, and here I will write color is equals to, let's say, green. I will write go now. Okay, now let me go to the document here. Let me come to the document. Yeah, I have splitted the screen. So on the left you can see that this is my console window. Now I have given the color is equals to red. When the color is red, you can see that I am getting the output. This is a signal checking program. Stop. Right? Let's say I am giving color as green. So here I will give the color, save the document, and you can see here I need to give green, not green. Okay. You can see that this is a sample checking program. Go now. I am getting the output as go now. Let's say in the place of green I am giving orange. So orange. Yeah. Now let me save. You can see that ready to go. Like this we can print. Let's say in the place of orange I am giving some random color, black. Now you can see that I will not get any output because it is not getting satisfied with any of my if conditions. Now next we are having else if condition. What else if will do is that if a particular if condition is not satisfied, then I will come to else if condition. It will check. If the first condition is satisfied, then it will not check other things. Okay, so here if you think logically, if the signal color is red, then it is given that at the same time it cannot be blue, at the same time it cannot be green, right? So instead of checking, what if this program will do is that it will check, okay, if color is equals to red, then I will do, and it will check the second condition, it will check the third condition. I don't want to check other conditions. If any of my condition, if any of the given one condition is true, then I'm not interested in checking other things. Then I will use else if condition. So here I will write else if, and here also I will write else if. Like this we can check like multiple things here. So here in the program I will write color is equals to red and save this. You can see that I got the output as stop. Similarly orange, there is no much difference in the output, but there is a slight difference in our logic, which means that okay, if the first condition, if this condition is true, then these two conditions will not get checked. This is about else if condition. Now the next thing we are having in the conditional statements are else statement. So else is used to check if all the above if conditions is false, then we come to last condition, which is else condition. Okay, so here I will write else console.log. I will give this is a different color. Okay, now here let me save. Now here in the place of orange or black or anything, I will give white. Now let me save the document, and you can see that I am getting the output. This is a signal checking program. This is different color. Okay, so if all the conditions is failing, then and only it will come to else block, or else it will not come to else block. Now the next concept we are having is okay, nested if else statement. So nested if else or conditional statements is nothing but okay, there is a conditional statement. Now inside that conditional statement you are writing another conditional statement. That thing, writing one thing inside another, that thing is known as nested conditional statements. So let me show you an example of it. So here in the program, let me remove this. Okay, now I will create a variable. Let's say let marks is equals to, I'm giving 10. Okay, now I will write a if statement. If my marks is greater than 30, I will print console.log you are passed. Let me check your evaluation. Let me check your grade. Okay, now if the user has scored more than 90, then I will give A grade. So here I will give if marks are greater than 90, greater than or equals to 90, then I will write console.log O grade or A grade. If the marks are less than, here I need to give statement terminator. Okay, if the marks are less than 90, so here I will copy and okay, now here I will write else if and else if. Now if marks are greater than 70, B grade, so B grade, C grade. Okay, now if the marks are greater than 50, C grade. Okay, now you can observe that I'm breaking down my conditions into different things, and inside this external if I'm getting this, I'm writing all my internal conditions. This thing is known as nested if else conditions. Here I will write if marks are not less than if marks are less than 30, then I will print console.log you are failed. You are failed or you failed. Okay, I will write you failed. Okay, now in the place of marks I will give 100. Okay, because we score good. Okay, let me see the output. You can see that I got the output as you are passed. Let me check your grade, and I'm getting the output as A grade. Now in the place of marks, if I give 0 and go to the output screen, you can see that you failed. I'm getting the output as you failed. Similarly, I can give here 50, and if I give 50, then my score would be C grade. Let me see. You can see you are passed. Let me check your grade, C grade. Like this, we can use nested if else statement. Now the next operation we are having is logical operations. So in logical operations, we are having concepts as logical and, or, XOR. I will provide you a material to read, but the thing we are gonna cover is logical operations will have two expressions, and it will compare the two expressions based on the logic. This thing is known as logical operation, and in this we have and, we have or, XOR, and I think we have not operator. Like this, we have multiple things. I will provide you a documentation, and right now we are gonna study only about AND operator. So AND operator will give output as true if the given two input is both are true. If both are true, if the given both input are true, then only I will get output as true, or else I will get output as false all the time. So false, false, false. If any of the output is false, I will get output as false. Okay, now this is very easy, right? I want you guys to try this in your console screen. Try logical operations in your console screen. Now the next thing is Truthy and Falsy. Okay, Truthy and Falsy. So you need to remember, I have already told you that even though we are writing, let's say that, okay, let A is equals to 10. So what I'm writing is I'm creating a number data type. But how JavaScript will understand is, JavaScript understand everything in terms of true or false. Whatever you're creating, let's say you're creating a string, you're creating a number, you're creating some random float number or boolean value, everything in JavaScript is understood in the form of true or false. Okay, now you need to remember that this doesn't mean that okay, JavaScript in the place of memory it is storing in the place of a it is storing false or true. It is storing the value of it, but the operations whatever it is getting performed, that is done by true or false, right? You can observe that here we have comparisons and we are comparing characters. How characters are comparing? Because JavaScript understands everything in the form of true or false, we will get the output. Can like compare things in our language. I know this might be a little bit confusing, but yeah, everything can be broken down into either true or false, and the things which is true we call them as truthy, and the things which are false, for example, if you write false or if you write 0 or -0, or if you use bit value or empty string, null, undefined, nan, all these things are defaultly false values in JavaScript. And except these things, whatever the things you are writing, let's say I'm creating a variable a is equals to 10, I'm creating a string with Batman in it, then all the things will have true as inbuilt value. Okay, now last concept of our thing is switch. So switch is very similar to if-else conditional statement. You can use switch or else you can use if conditions. Okay, so how switch works is, first of all, for a particular value, let's say color, or let's say a is equals to 10. Now I will write switch, I will write in the parenthesis, I will write a, and for this value I will check which value is getting equal or which value is getting aligned. If the value is getting aligned, then whatever the elements, whatever the things I have written inside that, I will print it. For example, here you can see that I am giving case red. If this condition is true, then I will print whatever the things within this block. Okay, so let me show you an example. So here I will write let mark is equals to 50. Now I will write switch, and inside the switch I will write mark. Now if mark, I will write case mark is equals to 50, Console.log your marks are above or equal to 50. Okay, so let me give the quotations here. Okay, now here I will check if marks is greater than or equals to 50, I will print it. Okay, so let me save the thing and go to the document. I don't need to give this and see the document. You can see that if case of marks is 50, then you can see that I am getting the output like this. Like this we can use switch statement in our document. The next concept is alerts and prompts. So alert is used to show a particular thing as a pop-up in your page. So here we can use alert. Let me show you. I will write alert. I will show you this is a sample alert. Okay, now I will go to the document. Now when I go to the document, you can see that I will get the alert, and when I click on OK, then and only my page will get opened, right? So alert are used to show pop-ups on your screen. Similarly, to take input from the user, we write prompt. So here I will write prompt, enter your name. Okay, now let me see this screen. You can see that I'm getting this, enter your name. Let me save and go to the document, refresh the document again, and now you can see that I'm getting enter your name, and here I can enter my name, Jabir Hussain. Like this I can enter, and after entering I will get my web page. Okay, now I want to store this. I want to store the input given by my user. Then here I can go and see. I can save let str or name user name is equals to this. Now after entering the name, after user enters the name, I want to show a alert to my user. I want to show his name on the screen. Then I will write alert welcome space name. Okay, username. Okay, user name. Let me save and go to the document. Here I will refresh the document again. Now here I will write my name. Let's say my name is Jabir Jabir Hussain. Click on enter and you can see that welcome Jabir Hussain. Like this we can use prompts and alerts in our document. I hope you have understood like the things which we have discussed till now. So this is the lecture 2. In this we have discussed about conditional statements, switch statement, and what is console.log, prompts, alerts. Now in the next session we are gonna talk about what are strings in detail. So with that being said, I will see you in the next one.